I was just going to ask Lisa Rubin if she wants us to wait as she continues reading, but she's got some interesting details from this court document asking for a delay in the Alvin Bragg case, the hush money case against Donald Trump. Lisa, what'd you find?
So in reading this motion, Katie, it seems as if when the defendants when Donald Trump first moved for an adjournment or dismissal, it was because of a January 18th subpoena to the U.S. Attorney's Office that produced 73,000 pages of records. On the verge of the DA's office responding to it, it seems that yesterday he got another 31,000 pages of documents, and then
it's more than 100,000 documents.
Correct, and the U.S. Attorney's Office is saying we're going to produce more. He is angry at the District Attorney's Office for not turning those over to him. He says it was their responsibility somehow to get those and turn them over. But they note at the bottom of the first page that these records appear to be relevant to the subject matter, but they include materials that the people, that means the District Attorney's Office, requested from the U.S. Attorney's Office, that's the Department of Justice, more than a year ago, and that the Department of Justice previously declined to provide. So there will be a lot of questions about why is the U.S. Department of Justice making materials available now to Trump related to his defense that they wouldn't give to the Manhattan DA's office a year ago. We will know more about that when the DA's office submits its substantive brief, which they say they will do tomorrow. But in the meantime, they say that this is really Donald Trump's own fault, that they sought the full grand jury record relating to Michael Cohen's campaign finance conviction in federal court last year. And they asked for things including grand jury minutes and tapes, witness lists, grand jury subpoenas, exhibits that they gave to the grand jury, etc. And they didn't get those things, or the stuff that they did get, they gave to Donald Trump more than 9 months ago. And Donald Trump didn't complain. Nonetheless, the U.S. Attorney's Office, for whatever reason, is now saying you can have more of it.
They're saying 30 days is fine. Trump's attorneys are asking for 90 days. Now that you've read this, does it change what you think Judge Merchan might do?
You know, I tend to agree with Catherine still that Merchan, particularly where the DA's office says will consent to 30, I think he'll at least consent to 30 now. Now that I see that they want a 90-day adjournment, look, 100,000 pages seems like a lot to a layperson, but in actuality, you got to think about like 3,000 pages is a box. There isn't really all that much material, but it is important material with respect to the credibility of Michael Cohen, who we all understand is the key witness in this case. He is the person who arranged with Donald Trump the payments to Stormy Daniels and the way of reimbursement with both Trump and Alan Weisselberg that resulted in the 34 felony charges on falsification of business records.
Can you drill down on the DOJ part of this again?
Yeah.
So the DA asked the DOJ, I sound like my toddler, asked the DOJ for these documents, and DOJ declined. The U.S. Attorney's Office declined.
Well, they produced a subset of what was requested.
So why would they now provide more?
It's possible that now that Michael Cohen has been released, you know, I'm trying to think, Katie, in my head about what has changed with respect to Michael Cohen.
Go in for another proffer session or something recently? Michael
Cohen was trying to get a release, I believe, from his probationary term on the basis of his alleged cooperation with the Manhattan DA's office. That's something that the Department of Justice itself has opposed. I don't know what has changed sitting here right now between last June and today that would cause a change in the Department of Justice. However, I can assure you that it's the kind of material that if I am Todd Blanche and Susan Necheles, I am going to scour because it is directly related to whether Michael Cohen is a credible person and whether he lied when he accepted a guilty plea with respect to those campaign finance charges.